Roman architecture is renowned for its grandeur and innovation, showcasing the engineering prowess of the ancient Romans. One fascinating aspect of Roman architecture is the extensive use of concrete, a material they perfected to create durable and monumental structures. In fact, the Romans were the first to use concrete on a large scale, allowing them to build massive structures such as the Pantheon with its iconic dome. The Pantheon's dome, with a diameter of 43.3 meters, remains the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome. Another impressive feat of Roman architecture is the Colosseum, an amphitheater capable of seating 50,000 spectators. This iconic structure demonstrates the Romans' mastery of architectural engineering and design. The Romans also excelled in the construction of aqueducts, such as the Pont du Gard in France, which carried water over 50 kilometers using a precise system of arches and channels. The legacy of Roman architecture can be seen in the enduring influence of their architectural principles on European culture. By studying Roman building techniques and architectural styles, we gain insight into the foundations of Western architectural traditions. The Romans' emphasis on monumental scale, symmetry, and architectural ornamentation has left a lasting impact on European architecture. As we delve into the world of Roman architecture, we discover a civilization that pushed the boundaries of engineering and aesthetics, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and awe us to this day. Roman building techniques were characterized by innovation, efficiency, and durability, allowing the ancient Romans to construct impressive structures that have stood the test of time. One of the key building techniques employed by the Romans was the extensive use of concrete, a material they perfected to create enduring structures such as aqueducts, amphitheaters, and temples. Roman concrete was a mixture of volcanic ash, lime, and water, which hardened over time to form a solid and resilient material. This allowed the Romans to build structures with impressive spans and heights, such as the dome of the Pantheon and the massive arches of the Colosseum. The Romans also utilized a system of interlocking stones known as opus caementitium, which provided strength and stability to their buildings. This technique allowed for the construction of walls, arches, and vaults that could support the weight of heavy structures. The Romans were masters of architectural engineering, employing advanced techniques such as the use of arches, vaults, and domes to create structures of unparalleled grandeur. One of the most iconic examples of Roman building techniques is the aqueduct system, which consisted of a network of channels and tunnels that transported water over long distances to supply cities with fresh water. The Pont du Gard aqueduct in France is a testament to the Romans' ingenuity in hydraulic engineering, with its 3 tiers of arches spanning a length of over 275 meters. The Romans also made extensive use of brick and stone in their construction projects, employing skilled craftsmen to create intricate patterns and designs on building facades. The use of brick allowed for faster construction times and enabled the Romans to build structures with uniformity and precision. In addition to their innovative building techniques, the Romans were also adept at incorporating decorative elements into their architecture. They used materials such as marble, stucco, and mosaic to adorn their buildings with intricate designs and colorful patterns. The baths of Caracalla in Rome, for example, were decorated with elaborate frescoes, marble statues, and mosaic floors, creating a luxurious and opulent environment for bathers. The legacy of Roman building techniques can be seen in the enduring durability of their structures, many of which have survived for centuries despite being exposed to the elements and natural disasters. The Romans' emphasis on engineering excellence, efficiency, and aesthetics has left a lasting impact on architectural traditions around the world, influencing the design of buildings from antiquity to the present day. Ancient Roman architecture encompassed a variety of styles that evolved over centuries, reflecting the changing tastes and influences of the Roman Empire. One of the earliest architectural styles in Rome was the Tuscan style, characterized by simple, utilitarian buildings with wooden roofs and mud brick walls. The Tuscan style laid the foundation for future Roman architectural developments, setting the stage for more elaborate and monumental structures. As Rome expanded its empire, it came into contact with diverse cultures and architectural traditions, leading to the incorporation of elements from Greek, Etruscan, and Egyptian architecture into Roman designs. This fusion of styles resulted in the development of the Roman Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian orders, which became integral to Roman architectural aesthetics. The Romans also adopted the use of arches and vaults from the Etruscans, refining these techniques to create iconic structures such as the Colosseum and the Baths of Diocletian. The Colosseum, with its massive elliptical shape and intricate system of arches and columns, remains a testament to the Romans' architectural ingenuity. Another significant architectural style in ancient Rome was the Romanesque style, characterized by thick walls, small windows, and rounded arches. Romanesque buildings, such as churches and fortresses, were designed to convey strength and stability, reflecting the political and social climate of the time. One of the most iconic examples of Romanesque architecture is the Basilica of Saint Sernin in Toulouse, France, with its imposing facade and intricate carvings. The Romans also excelled in urban planning, constructing elaborate public spaces such as forums, basilicas, and theaters that served as hubs of political, social, and cultural activity. The Roman Forum, for example, was a bustling center of commerce and governance, featuring temples, government buildings, and markets. The layout of the Forum, with its intersecting colonnaded walkways and grand monuments, reflected the Romans' commitment to civic life and public architecture. In addition to their monumental structures, the Romans also built elaborate villas and palaces for the wealthy elite, showcasing luxurious amenities such as mosaic floors, frescoed walls, and landscaped gardens. The Villa of the Mysteries in Pompeii is a prime example of Roman villa architecture, featuring vibrant frescoes depicting scenes of mystery cult rituals. The diversity of architectural styles in ancient Rome reflects the empire's rich cultural heritage and its ability to adapt and innovate in response to changing aesthetic preferences and technological advancements. The impact of Roman architecture on European culture cannot be overstated, as it has left an indelible mark on the continent's architectural, artistic, and cultural heritage. One of the most significant contributions of Roman architecture to European culture was the concept of the Triumphal Arch, a monumental structure commemorating military victories and important events. The Arch of Constantine in Rome, built in 315 AD, is a prime example of this architectural form, featuring intricately carved reliefs and decorative elements. The idea of the Triumphal Arch was later adopted and adapted by European architects, leading to the construction of iconic structures such as the Arc de Triomphe in Paris and the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin. These triumphal arches serve as symbols of victory, power, and national identity, reflecting the enduring influence of Roman architectural motifs. Another key aspect of Roman architecture that influenced European culture was the development of the basilica as a building type. Originally used by the Romans as a public gathering space, the basilica was later adopted by early Christians for use as a church. The Basilica of Maxentius and Constantine in Rome, with its vast interior space and monumental arches, served as a model for Christian basilicas throughout Europe. The basilica layout, characterized by a central nave flanked by side aisles and topped by a semicircular apse, became a standard architectural form for Christian churches, shaping the design of cathedrals, abbey churches, and basilicas across the continent. Roman architectural techniques also had a profound impact on the development of medieval European architecture. The Romans' mastery of arches, vaults, and domes inspired medieval builders to create soaring cathedrals and monastic complexes that pushed the boundaries of architectural engineering. The use of ribbed vaults and flying buttresses in Gothic cathedrals, such as Notre Dame de Paris and Chartres Cathedral, can be traced back to Roman precedents, demonstrating the continuity of architectural knowledge across centuries. The enduring legacy of Roman architectural styles can be seen in the design of Renaissance palaces and villas across Europe. Renaissance architects, inspired by the classical forms and proportions of ancient Roman buildings, sought to recreate the grandeur and elegance of Roman architecture in their own designs. The Villa Farnesina in Rome, designed by architect Baldassare Peruzzi in the early 16th century, is a prime example of Renaissance architecture influenced by Roman precedents. The villa's harmonious proportions, classical columns, and decorative elements pay homage to the architectural principles of ancient Rome, creating a sense of continuity with the past. The legacy of Roman architecture is not confined to historical buildings and monuments, but continues to shape contemporary European architecture and urban planning. The principles of symmetry, proportion, and spatial organization that defined Roman architecture are still evident in modern city planning, with avenues, squares, and public buildings laid out according to classical ideals. The influence of Roman architectural styles can be seen in the design of government buildings, museums, and cultural institutions across Europe, reflecting a continued appreciation for the enduring beauty and functionality of Roman design. As we reflect on the impact of Roman architecture on European culture, we are reminded of the ingenuity, creativity, and vision of the ancient Romans, whose architectural legacy continues to inspire and captivate us to this day. Renaissance architecture in Europe was heavily influenced by the classical forms and principles of ancient Roman architecture, leading to a revival of classical design elements and aesthetics. One of the key figures in the transition from medieval to Renaissance architecture was Filippo Brunelleschi, whose innovative use of Roman architectural techniques helped shape the new architectural style. Brunelleschi's design of the dome of the Florence Cathedral, inspired by the Pantheon in Rome, showcased the revival of the Roman architectural tradition in the Renaissance period. The dome, with a diameter of 45.5 meters, remains the largest masonry dome ever constructed. Another influential architect of the Renaissance period was Andrea Palladio, known for his classical villa designs inspired by the Roman architect Vitruvius. Palladio's Villa Rotonda, with its symmetrical design and harmonious proportions, exemplifies the influence of Roman architecture on Renaissance villa construction. The use of classical orders, such as Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian columns, became a defining feature of Renaissance architecture, reflecting the revival of ancient Roman architectural styles. The proportions of buildings, based on mathematical ratios derived from Roman architectural treatises, added a sense of harmony and balance to Renaissance structures. The study of ancient Roman ruins and architectural treatises, such as Vitruvius' De Architectura, provided Renaissance architects with a wealth of knowledge and inspiration for their designs. The revival of classical architecture in the Renaissance period marked a return to the ideals of beauty, proportion, and order found in Roman architecture, shaping the architectural landscape of Europe for centuries to come. The spread of Roman architectural concepts throughout Europe had a profound impact on the continent's built environment, influencing architectural styles and practices for centuries to come. As the Roman Empire expanded its reach, it brought with it a wealth of architectural knowledge and techniques that would shape the urban landscapes of Europe. One notable example of the spread of Roman architecture is the construction of aqueducts, which were built in various regions of Europe to supply cities with fresh water. The aqueduct of Segovia in Spain, with its impressive arches spanning over 16 kilometers, is a testament to the engineering prowess of the Romans and their ability to transport water over long distances. Another striking example of Roman architectural influence is the amphitheater in Nimes, France, known as the Arena of Nimes. Built in the 1st century AD, this well-preserved amphitheater is a prime example of Roman engineering and design, showcasing the enduring legacy of Roman architectural concepts in European cities. The Roman legacy can also be seen in the development of urban planning and public spaces in European cities. The design of Roman forums, basilicas, and theaters became a model for city planners and architects, influencing the layout of towns and cities across Europe. The city of Bath in England, for example, features well-preserved Roman baths and temple ruins, showcasing the integration of Roman architectural elements into the urban fabric. The adoption of Roman architectural concepts in Europe led to a harmonious blend of classical and local architectural traditions, creating a unique architectural identity that continues to be celebrated and preserved to this day. One of the most iconic examples of Roman architectural legacy in modern Europe is the Roman Colosseum in Rome, Italy. This massive amphitheater, built in the 1st century AD, could hold up to 80,000 spectators and was used for gladiatorial contests and public spectacles. The Colosseum's elliptical shape, multiple tiers of seating, and intricate system of arches and columns showcase the Romans' mastery of architectural engineering and design. Another impressive example of Roman architectural legacy is the Pont du Gard aqueduct in France. This ancient Roman aqueduct, spanning over 50 kilometers, carried water from the Eure River to the city of Nimes, showcasing the Romans' expertise in hydraulic engineering. The Pont du Gard features 3 tiers of arches, with the tallest reaching a height of 48.8 meters, making it one of the best preserved Roman aqueducts in the world. Moving to Spain, the Roman Theatre of Merida is a well-preserved example of Roman architectural influence in modern Europe. Built in 15 BC, this theater could accommodate up to 6,000 spectators and is renowned for its elaborate stage and seating arrangements. The theater's semicircular design, tiered seating, and ornate decorations reflect the Romans' emphasis on entertainment and public gatherings. These examples of Roman architectural legacy in modern Europe serve as a reminder of the enduring impact of Roman architectural innovation and design on the architectural landscape of the continent. Roman building techniques relied heavily on the use of concrete, with the Pantheon's massive dome showcasing their expertise. In contrast, modern building techniques often involve the use of steel and glass for sleek and contemporary designs. The Romans were adept at using arches and vaults to create large, open interior spaces, while modern construction methods focus on sustainability and energy efficiency. Interestingly, the Colosseum's seating capacity of 80,000 surpasses that of many modern sports stadiums. The Romans also excelled in urban planning, with well-designed cities and public spaces. In comparison, modern architecture prioritizes functionality and adaptability to changing needs. Despite the differences, both Roman and modern building techniques reflect the ingenuity and creativity of their respective time periods. In conclusion, the legacy of Roman architecture continues to captivate and inspire us with its grandeur and innovation. The Romans' mastery of concrete allowed them to construct monumental structures like the Pantheon and the Colosseum, showcasing their engineering prowess. The Pont du Gard aqueduct in France stands as a testament to their expertise in hydraulic engineering, with its impressive 3 tiers of arches. The Roman Theatre of Merida in Spain, built in 15 BC, highlights the Romans' focus on entertainment and public gatherings with its well-preserved design. From the Colosseum's seating capacity of 80,000 to the intricate details of Roman arches and vaults, the impact of Roman architectural techniques on modern Europe is undeniable. As we reflect on the enduring influence of Roman architecture, we are reminded of the timeless beauty and ingenuity of this ancient civilization. The Roman architectural influence continues to shape modern urban landscapes and architectural practices. The use of arches, vaults, and columns inspired by ancient Roman designs can be seen in iconic buildings and structures worldwide. For example, the United States Capitol building in Washington, D.C., features a neoclassical architectural style inspired by Roman principles of symmetry and proportion. In terms of numbers, the Roman Colosseum remains one of the most visited tourist attractions in the world, drawing millions of visitors each year to marvel at its ancient grandeur. Additionally, the concept of the triumphal arch, popularized by the Romans, has been replicated in numerous cities as symbols of victory and commemoration. The enduring legacy of Roman architecture underscores the timelessness and adaptability of classical design principles, paving the way for future architectural innovations and inspirations.